This presentation will showcase the new features and enhancements that VMware is introducing in vSAN 6.7 Update 1. The rapid pace of innovation with vSAN is just one of the driving forces behind it becoming the market leader in HCI. VMware offers a full-stack SDDC, and HCI is the starting point for those transitioning to software-defined infrastructure. Data centers powered by VMware vSAN offer scalability, flexibility, and manageability to meet nearly any demand, and is the cornerstone for customers looking to build private clouds and extend their multi-cloud capabilities. vSAN is a critical component of the VMware Digital Foundation. The Digital Foundation provides a ubiquitous control plane from edge to core to cloud. vSAN enables consistent processes in a true hybrid cloud architecture. Administrators can use the same tools and processes used on-prem, eliminating training requirements and siloed teams, ultimately expediting time to value. vSAN's leading cloud provider network gives users the option to build a hybrid cloud with hundreds of public cloud providers. vSAN 6.7 Update 1 introduces a number of key features that help us provide an HCI solution for customers that want to evolve without risk, lower their TCO, and accommodate the demands of IT environments for today, tomorrow, and beyond. To help customers evolve their data center with HCI, the improvements of vSAN 6.7 focused on enabling customers to improve their experience in three key areas: simplified operations, efficient infrastructure, and rapid support resolution. Let's take a look at these in more detail. Ease of use drives productivity and helps administrators operate and optimize an environment in a predictable manner. Predictability of performance and more robust event handling will allow administrators to focus on IT initiatives beyond the day-to-day operation of an environment and focus on application delivery for the consumers of the environment. This practice will make administering private cloud and hybrid cloud environments fluid and consistent. VMware vSAN 6.7 takes significant steps in providing simplified operations to a data center, no matter where the data center lives. Let's take a look at some of these new features and enhancements. Updates are an important part of day-to-day operations in a data center. VMware has focused on making updates to a vSAN cluster as effortless as possible. vSAN 6.7 U1 centralizes all updating of vSAN and associated hardware through VMware Update Manager, or VUM. This means that all ESXi, driver, and firmware will be available for update in a single location. Additionally, vSAN clusters running specific OEM builds of ESXi can be supported in VUM, as 6.7 U1 will support the use of custom ISOs from these vendors. For environments that prevent vCenter from accessing the internet, there are now guided workflows to help these environments running vCenter without internet connectivity. This addition of vSAN also makes the upgrade process more robust should an issue be detected. The upgrade process will immediately check for issues after the update, and should an issue be identified, the upgrade process will stop, and the host in question will remain in maintenance mode for further investigation. In vSAN 6.7 U1, VMware tackled the task of making the initial setup as well as ongoing expansion of a cluster as intuitive as possible. 6.7 U1 introduces a new Quick Start guided cluster creation and extension wizard that guides the user through the deployment process for both vSAN and non-vSAN clusters. The HTML5 UI now provides an easy step-by-step configuration to create a production-ready vSAN cluster. It covers every aspect of the initial configuration, as well as the steps necessary for adding additional hosts to a cluster. Most importantly, it ties into the vSAN Easy Install deployment wizard. This is the wizard in the vCenter installer that would allow for a user to build a brand new vSAN cluster starting with a single host. Users will easily be able to transition from the vSAN Easy Install deployment wizard right into the Quick Start guided workflow to complete the cluster creation for a complete end-to-end experience. Since each vSAN host in a cluster contributes to the cluster storage capacity, entering a host into maintenance mode takes an additional set of tasks when compared to traditional architecture. vSAN 6.7 U1 has improved the safeguards when performing maintenance and decommissioning activities on vSAN hosts. vSAN will now perform a full simulation of data movement to determine if the EMM action will succeed or fail before it even starts. This will prevent unnecessary data movement and provide a result more quickly to the administrator. New warnings have been added to EMM activities to ensure that there are not other hosts already in maintenance mode or resync activity currently performing. For cases where an administrator needs to adjust the time that vSAN waits before it even begins to build data to reestablish compliance with storage policies, a new object repair timer delay setting is now in the UI. All of these improvements are added to enhance the overall experience and predictability of host decommissioning activities, like entering a host into maintenance mode. Capacity utilization is a top-of-mind concern to those responsible for day-to-day administration of an environment. vSAN 6.7 U1 introduces two new features to help administrators better understand capacity usage of a vSAN cluster. First, we've introduced the ability to see historical data for information such as total capacity used and remaining over the course of time. An ongoing history of deduplication ratios will also be provided, so a user can understand how changes in an environment may have impacted deduplication ratios. A new usable capacity estimator allows the user the ability to easily see the free space available based on the use of desired storage policy. These improvements to vSAN will provide better visibility and comprehension of storage utilization for smarter decision-making. vSAN 6.7 introduced the ability for vSAN administrators to see intelligence of vRealize operations directly within vCenter. This was a powerful addition as it allowed vSAN users to see an abbreviated view of VROps intelligence through their vSAN license. In 6.7 U1, the VROps dashboards built into vCenter will now be capable of displaying intelligence for stretch clusters. Additionally, the deployment process has been made easier and accommodating of more environments by supporting virtual distributed switches and improved installation error handling to accommodate various conditions. These improvements aim to provide more intelligence to vSAN administrators and do so through a simplified management plane using vCenter. A robust command line interface is important for not only automation at scale, it provides programmatic consistency across any size of an environment. vSAN 6.7 U1 introduces a number of new PowerCLI commandlets that serve as a replacement for the legacy Ruby vSphere console commands. These new commandlets will replace 18 commands that were previously only found in RVC. PowerCLI has proven to be a flexible way to interface with vSAN, and expanding its capabilities will improve efficiencies in administration of a vSAN environment. A platform that delivers an efficient infrastructure is critical to meeting application performance and availability requirements for an organization. VMware vSAN is native to the hypervisor, which drives an unprecedented level of efficiency, visibility, and flexibility for administrators and application owners. Let's take a look at how vSAN 6.7 makes improvements in this area. Modern guest operating systems have the ability to reclaim space no longer used once data is deleted inside of a guest operating system. Using commands known as trim, unmap for the respective ATA and SCSI protocols, this helps the guest operating system be more efficient with storage space usage. vSAN 6.7 U1 now has full awareness of trim, unmap commands sent from the guest OS and can reclaim the previously allocated storage as free space. This is an opportunistic space efficiency feature that can deliver much better storage capacity utilization in vSAN environments. Administrators may find in some cases dramatic space savings in their production vSAN environments. In a stretch cluster environment, the ability to isolate witness traffic using dedicated uplinks was a powerful enhancement made to vSAN 6.7. vSAN 6.7 U1 introduces additional levels of flexibility to this feature with the support of different MTU sizes configured for witness traffic and the inner site link used for vSAN data traffic. This allows for a user to configure vSAN to use perhaps larger frame sizes on the ISL, while keeping the witness uplinks going to the more affordable witness site to a more common standard MTU size. This enhancement will give additional flexibility in accommodating a wider variety of customer topology conditions and reduce potential network issues. vSAN 6.7 U1 introduces a secondary level of protection known as nested fault domains. Previous versions of vSAN have had the ability to explicitly define a group of hosts in a cluster representing some logical group, such as a rack or a floor, as a fault domain, so that vSAN could properly spread failure tolerance across groups or hosts. Nested fault domains allows for the host-level failures within the fault domains, along with rack-room-level failures across the fault domains. Nested fault domains strengthens vSAN's ability to protect your data in a way that not only fits your topology, but your business objectives. The nested fault domain feature is limited to those approved through a Request for Product Qualification or RPQ process. Contact your VMware representative if your organization is interested in the nested fault domain feature. Rapid support resolution builds confidence within organizations' ongoing operational activities and future plans for growth. Providing both proactive and reactive intelligent insight into the potential cause of issues assures data center administrators that they can focus on delivering application services to their internal and external customers. Through the vSAN Ready Care initiative, VMware has introduced a series of improvements to dramatically improve the time to resolution for customers and their environments. The health check feature of vSAN continues to play a prominent role in its ability to ensure that an environment meets hardware and software configuration requirements. vSAN 6.7 U1 extends this feature even more with a more robust way of handling multiple approved firmware levels for storage controllers. A new unicast network performance health check and test ensures that proper continuity is achieved between vSAN hosts and will report network bandwidth results for the tests. vSAN 6.7 U1 also introduces functionality that is accessible through the UI. Health checks can be silenced granularly, directly in the UI, as well as being able to purge inaccessible swap objects that are no longer needed. These improvements improve the effectiveness of vSAN's ability to not only recognize issues, but remediate them. Improving time to resolution is a win for both the customer and VMware. VMware has made great advances in improving the customer support experience with recent additions of vSAN. vSAN 6.6.1 introduced vSAN Support Insight, a tool used by VMware Global Support Services engineers. vSAN Support Insight automatically collects vital infrastructure telemetry data about an environment that is then made available to the VMware technical support engineers. vSAN 6.7 U1 continues with these improvements, introducing fine-grained, deep-level performance graphs for the explicit purpose of issue resolution. GSS engineers will have new tools for capturing critical network diagnostic data. These advances help reduce the need to request log support bundles from the host, and when absolutely necessary, will contain even more critical data for better root cause analysis. VMware is not only excited to share in the upcoming efforts to make vSAN better, but for you to become part of the process. VMware is announcing 3 private beta programs for initiatives that we look to introduce in future versions of vSAN. The vSAN Data Protection Beta will explore ways that we're looking at simplifying data protection by offering native, policy-based snapshots. This feature will allow users to augment their traditional data protection solutions to achieve lower RTOs and RPOs and protect the data that might otherwise have been left unprotected. The vSAN File Services Beta program will allow users to learn how vSAN may offer up native file services for vSAN environments. Customers can extend the benefits of HCI, greater agility, granular scaling, lower cost, and simplified operations, to file services. And finally, the AWS EBS Support Beta looks at how vSAN can provide dynamic resources to Amazon's Elastic Block Storage. Customers will be able to dynamically scale up or down storage in their VMware Cloud on AWS deployments. This will lower costs and allow customers to quickly match resources to workload requirements. Talk to your VMware representative to learn more on how you can sign up for any of these beta programs and help provide input to the future direction of vSAN. In summary, vSAN 6.7 U1 makes significant improvements in the experiences of simplified operations, efficient infrastructure, and rapid support resolution. As the demands of a data center grow, these are the pillars that play a key part in a solution's viability to meet the demands of an organization. VMware has a long history of being a software-only company from the very beginning. This gives VMware and its customers a level of quality and capability for building infrastructure and full-stack SDDC offerings that are unprecedented in the industry. Before you decide which path is right for you, there are some steps you can take to learn more about vSAN and vSAN-powered HCI solutions. First, if you still aren't sure about the fit or right size of vSAN for your environment, your organization can sign up for a free vSAN assessment. This is a tool our team can help you load to get a clear understanding of your environment and some specific recommendations. Next, if you just want to play around with the solution a bit, then we have a free online hands-on lab available 24/7. This lab has recently been updated to cover all the new features in vSAN 6.6. And if you're already sold, then look into the right deployment option for you and contact your sales or partner rep to get started. To learn more about vSAN, refer to our blog at blogs.vmware.com/virtualblocks or go to storagehub.vmware.com. These are great sources of information that you can utilize to get the latest and most up-to-date information about vSAN. If you've already set up your vSAN cluster, then we recommend that you upgrade as soon as possible to take advantage of the latest enhancements discussed in this video. Thank you.